All right, so that's to speak of philosophy's role in my life, right? Personally, my professional commitment as a teacher, my ongoing discussions rather with other professional teachers, my understanding of the state of the education world in general, discussions with parents and other administrators. Of course, the most important outlet for philosophy in the schools is our students. And clearly, philosophy is an important part of my professional interaction with my students. Students are involved in an extraordinarily long-term, complicated, and important process. That is to say, themselves growing to maturity, growing from being young human beings to fully adult, developed human beings who are able independently to go forth into the real world and live flourishing, fully functional lives. They are engaged in a process that is by its nature for a human being in the process of development a deeply philosophical process. They're trying to figure out the world around them, to understand what the range of possibilities are that is open to them. They're trying to figure out other human beings. They're trying to define themselves, what their core values are going to be. They are making decisions about what their character traits are going to be. And by the time they get to the end of the formal schooling process, they are having defined themselves and committing to an ongoing process. They're hopefully putting themselves in a position to make major lifetime commitments, what their careers are going to be, who their friends are going to be, what their religious views are going to be, what their views on politics are going to be, and for many of them, making the decision themselves to bring other children into the world and then embark upon the process of raising to adult, fully functional capacity other human beings. Now, all of that is an extraordinarily long-term process. It's hopefully an enjoying and exciting process, but there are lots of uncertainties. There are lots of very difficult things that have to be dealt with, and that's a very philosophical enterprise. Our job, right, as professional educators, as teachers, is to be guides of our students through this extraordinarily complicated and interesting terrain. But of course, if we are going to be effective guides, we have to know the terrain ourselves. We have to know it inside out. We ourselves have to know all of the opportunities, all of the options, and be able to articulate them in order to be able to facilitate our students as they embark upon this process through themselves, through the school system, and then hopefully on through the rest of their lives. So I hope that you have found valuable. I know that parts of the course have been frustrating. That's the nature of the beast, so to speak, but at the same time, there is enormous fulfillment at going through the process, so I commend the world of philosophy to you, and I commend the field of philosophy of education to you, and I invite you to take this course as an introduction to philosophy of education. And as with any good introduction, hopefully it will serve you as you continue to explore the field yourself.